Hi, I'm Cedric, training consultant here at Automation Consultants. In today's video, we are going to look at how to create a Scrum board in Jira. These boards are generally created by your team lead. It could be your Scrum Master. But it's important to remember that in order to create a Scrum board or any board in Jira, you will need to have board admin permissions. Now, what we're going to do is not only show you how to create a Scrum board in Jira, but we're going to create that Scrum board within a Kanban project. Now, we also have another video, and if you click on the link down below, you can access it, where we have a video on how to create a Kanban board. And in that video, we create the Kanban board within a Scrum project. So it just gives you options when it comes to creating your boards, and it's not uncommon for a project to have multiple teams within that project. One team could be using Kanban methodology and one team could be using Scrum methodology. It just depends on what tasks they're completing within that project. We also have another video, when you click on that link below, that explains to you the differences between Kanban and Scrum and what projects will be using one or the other. So let's get on with creating this Scrum board. So as you can see, we are looking at a Kanban board, and if you look over on the left-hand sidebar, you can see that it's showing you that it's a Kanban board, and we are working within a Kanban project. So what I'm going to do now is create a Scrum board within this Kanban project. I'm going to simply click on the drop-down list, and you can see down at the bottom, it says Create Board. Now, if I didn't have board admin permissions, I would not have that option. So I'm going to select Create Board. And it will then give you the option of whether you want to create a Scrum or a Kanban board. And again, this just further demonstrates that whether you're in a Kanban project or whether you're in a Scrum project, you can create either board. So we're going to select Create a Scrum Board. Now, this next screen is giving you a couple of options. What it's saying is, do you want to create this board based on a specific project? Now, I don't have one, so I'm not going to choose that one. Do you want to also create one using a new software project? So that will be the one that I use. And then the other option is, do you want to create a board from an existing save filter? And we're not going to choose that one. So we're going to leave it at board created with a new software project. I'm going to click next. And then on the next screen, I just simply need to give it a name. It fills in the project key, but you can change it if you want to, but it has to be unique. And then it's also saying who is the project lead. I can also change that if I want to nominate that to be someone else. I'm going to leave that, and then I'm going to click, and then I'm going to create board. So my board is now created, and what it does is it shows me the backlog. And then if I click on the next option, it will show me any active sprints. And this is what differs Scrum from a Kanban, because if you're doing a Scrum project, you will work within sprints where you have timelines or time limits where you're working in, whether it's 2-week sprints or 1-week sprint, whatever duration you set your sprint, that's what defines a Scrum project from a Kanban project. And I will simply just go through and start adding tickets in here as I do that. But one thing I want to show you is over on the right-hand side, if I click on View Settings, I can then change some of the options here. But also, if I click on these 3 dots over on the right-hand side, it will give me the option to configure the board. Now, I'm just going to show you the screen just so you can see what those options are. What we will do is create individual videos to take you through each of these options, just so you can get more detailed information. For example, you can set up the columns according to your workflow. So you may not have, you can see the default is to do, in progress, or done. You may have like a review column, or you may change to do to some other options. So we'll show you how to do that. Also, it talks about swim lanes, filters. You can color code your cards. You can change the layout, which means the information that's displayed on those individual items or tickets, sometimes they call them, estimation, work days, so forth and so on. We'll cover those in additional videos, but for now we're just showing you that's how you can create the board. So if I click back to board, I can see that here's the board. So this video showed you how you can create a Scrum board, and we also said who would normally be creating that board, whether it's a team lead, Scrum Master. Remember, they have to have board admin permissions to be able to create a board and also make any setting changes to the board. We also showed you that you can create a Scrum board in a Kanban, and you can also do vice versa. Remember, we have a video that shows you how to do a Kanban board in a Scrum project. So if you like this video, click like, also subscribe, but click on the link below and you can see other videos, whether it's on how to create boards or how to navigate around Jira and some of the other functionality as well. See you next time.